So hey guys, found it here again, and I went to the bank, got a couple boxes of pennies. Well, sort of, unfortunately. That, oops, sorry about the shadow there. That looks like a box of all brand new 2015 D pennies. Every one of them is a 2015, shiny on both ends. I don't even know if I'm going to open those or not. I'll have to do a little research to see if there's any errors and whatever, but I don't think I'm going to go through the trouble of that one, although this is a box of mixed. Looks like mixed years on these easy, so I'm going to go through this one and see what we got. I'll check back as I go along, see if we get anything good, but pretty much looks like I'm going to do one of the two of these boxes. I also did get 2 boxes of nickels that I'm going to do separately, so subscribe or check back if you're interested in seeing the nickels. Otherwise, I'm going to go through these pennies and see what we got. Thanks. 2 rolls so far, 2 Canadians. Yahoo. So I just dumped out this roll. Got about halfway through it. And up comes 1 cent. That's wheat. And let's look together and see what we got. Let's see if I can get her in focus here a little bit. A 19 something something S. The S I like. Let's take a little closer look here at her. Looks like a 1946 S. My old eyes aren't so good as they used to be. So a 1946 S. Pretty beat up. But that's my first wheat. Gone through probably 10 rolls so far. So we'll keep that one. I'll come back if I get another one here. Yep, back here already. Not that you know, because you don't know how long I paused, but there is another one in here. Right there. Same roll. I had the camera off for not more than 3 seconds. And out popped another one. This one is a 49D, it looks like to me. Let's see if I can get her a little more in focus here. A 49D. Pretty decent shape, kind of, I guess. Let's look at the back side here. Yeah, it's okay. Keep that one too. Let me make sure I don't have any more in here while I'm with you guys. And so it seems well, that's a goofy looking 91. But going there, so far just the 2 Canadians, which is kind of a bummer in my first 2 rolls, but I do have a little drawer I keep all my Canadian garbage coins in until I decide to go to Canada someday and buy a pop or something. Which probably won't be anytime real soon. See if anything's in this roll here. Oh, there's one right there. That guy right there. Pretty standard looking there. Let's hope we get something cool on this side. Yeah. Nothing too awesome. 51D. It's in decent shape though. 51D. And that looks to be about it. I'm going to go through some of these coins for the common years where there's errors and just kind of take a quick peek through them. But right now I'm just kind of doing a fast search for any wheat pennies at the moment. So if I get any more, I'll stop back. I'll stop, pause this, and let you guys take a look at them. All right, thanks. All right, I just dumped this one out. Right there. Let's see what we got here. Definitely not in the greatest shape, but I haven't looked yet. Let's see what we got here. Oops. We got a 1930. That's cool. That's a little bit of an older one, kind of medium old. She is dirty and beat up. 1930. That's pretty cool. I'm not 100% sure on the mint count on this one. How many they made of these things? I'll have to look that up. I'll let you know at the end of the video here. I usually look them all up just to make sure I don't have something weird. I can't remember them all. Yeah, that's cool. 1930. I like that. Might as well just finish going through this roll with you guys quick in case there's another one in here. Oh, dirty rats. Another Canadian. Boy, the Canadians are winning. The Canadian pennies are winning 6 Canadian pennies to 4 wheat pennies right now. I'm hoping the wheat pennies make a comeback here and take the championship cup. All right, nothing left in that roll. I'm going to keep going through these. Probably about a third of the way through here. I'll let you know. Got another one here. This is right at the end of the roll. As I was searching through it, I've not looked and seen what it is yet. Kind of like to do that with you guys. When I watch videos, I like to kind of watch what the person finds out. So that's how I'm doing it with you guys. So kind of average condition. Let's see if it's something cool. Negative 51D. I already have a 51D. That's the second one, I guess. But I don't search with the screwdriver. Sorry, I just had it in my hand. I don't see anything left in this one. Man, I'm getting a lot of these kind of pennies. A lot in these. Usually you find a few in these rolls, but man, I'm getting some chewed up stinking Lincolns. Big time. Here's another one. Just wrecked. 2003. That thing's had a hard life for being only 12 or 13 years old. But, yeah. While I got you, I'll just do a roll with you guys here real quick. Let's see what happens. One of these days I want to open one of these up and have a nice big silver one in there, but find a nice war penny, but I have not yet. Those are a little hard to find. I've got a few in my collection somewhere buried in the depths of my closet somewhere. But this is how I do it. I just basically go through them fairly quickly, looking for wheat cents, pulling out all the dirty Canadian money, and then I kind of go back through and look for some key dates or, things like that, anything weird that I want to keep. But, yeah, nothing in that roll. I'll stop back. So I am about maybe a little over halfway through the box here. And I have never had so many Canadian pennies in a box. Maybe I haven't opened up enough boxes. But in my life, I don't know, I've probably opened a few hundred boxes of pennies in my life, and I don't know if I've never ever had that many Canadians. I'm only halfway through, and I'm getting a ton of these kind of pennies. I'm assuming they're the rarest pennies ever made. So I'm keeping them. No, I'll just recycle them, but I'm getting a lot of this kind of stuff. These were both in the last roll I just opened, and I'm getting a ton of these, probably 25, 30 of them just like this. There's my dog freaking out. All right, I'll be back. All right, got another one here. Right there. Kind of extra worn down back end, it looks like. So hopefully that means it's an older one. Nice teens one. Let's see. Ooh. Even a little bit older than the other one. I'm having a couple of older ones in here. In 1928. Blank. That's pretty cool. I'll take it. I did look up, I took a little break here to let the dog out. And I did look up that 1931, and that is about the most common older coin. There's like 157 gazillion of them made or something like that. So nothing special on that one. But I'll look up this 28 here in a little bit and see what it says. But still finding Canadians and chewed up pennies. Very chewed up pennies. But I'll come back if I get some more. Just dumped out a roll, and there is, I see a little wheat sticking out on this guy. Let's see what we got. Back of it looks pretty normal. And another 46S, which is a fairly common one. And that one is beat up. But I'll keep it, I'll throw it in the jar. Flipping through another roll, this was the very next roll after that last 46S. I haven't even gone through those yet. Let's see what we got here. And so-so shape. Let's see what we got. A 57D, nothing special, but pretty decent shape. Kind of goes to show you, I mean, gotta flip every coin open. I don't, over this one is not showing up very well on the camera maybe, but this looks fairly new if I was just flipping through coins. I just saw the front of it and I didn't see it was a 57. I would think it's, you know, an 80s coin or something like that by the condition of it, by the coloring of it. So it just goes to show you, flip all your coins over, you never know what you're going to find. So we'll stop back. Oh, I might as well go through these with you real quick while we're sitting here. Make sure I don't miss something right there. Let's see if we get any more. Negative. But when I cracked this roll open, there was a Canadian, was like the second coin in there. So I'm getting quite the pile of Canadians together. So, alright, we'll come back. So, nothing since. And this is the last roll out of the box. So, thought maybe we do this one together real quick. And then I'll do a little quick wrap-up video of the... Get these where you can see them. We'll do a quick little wrap-up video of anything cool. And I'll maybe put some mint counts on some of those pennies so you can get an idea. I use an app called Coin Pro. If I remember right, I think it was $3 and gives you pricing on there, which is fine, but mainly what I do is kind of look at it to identify, you know, shorter mint dates and stuff like that, and kind of know what I'm looking at and some things. So, but it's kind of a cool little app if you want to check that thing out in the App Store. So, nothing there on that one. So that was the last roll. So, I'll do a quick little wrap-up video and see what I can show you guys. And again, if you guys are anybody thinking about doing this used to look like that before I started. So this is one box of pennies, how dirty it gets. So do it on a towel or on something besides your wife's carpet. Alright, back in a minute. Alright, so here is what I ended up with. A pile of trash, a dirty towel, a whole bunch of pennies. I forgot to drink my pop. Anyway, so I got the Canadians beat the Wheaties in this match. 12 Canadians. What are you going to do? So, ended up with 2 46S's, 198 million of those made. So nothing special there. 51 Ds, I got 2 of those. 625 million plus of those made. So nothing special. This 1928P, there's 134 million made, which seems like a lot less of those. But if that thing had a D or an S on it, it would have been in the somewhere in the 15 million range, something like that. It would have been a little bit more valuable, something to throw in a holder. But being that it's like that and in the condition it's in, I ain't too worried about it. A 49D, 153 million of those made. A 57D, and you can see that thing a little bit better now that it's on the pink. Maybe it brings out the color a little bit better. You can see how shiny that thing is. It's not that bad a shape anyway. 1 billion and change of those made. Not so common. Yeah, right. And then the 30P, which is chewed up and spit out, 157 plus of those made. So nothing uncommon, but I still like doing the coin roll opening. Keeps me busy, and I enjoy it, and I hope you guys like it too. If you have any comments about those, I'm going to hang on to that in the opening. I showed you that box of 2015. It looks like a whole box of uncirculated rolls. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, if I'm going to turn them back into the bank just the way they are, keep them. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'm going to hang on to them for a little bit. So that's that. Thanks, guys. Subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. Thanks.